Welcome to the Now. I'm Ashley Jenkins.
And I'm Gus Sorola.
You ready to start renting games again?
Is Blockbuster back?
No, Microsoft is. That's what's happening. So the maker of Xbox One dropped a bomb on the gaming world this morning when they announced the Xbox Game Pass. It's a monthly service that they say will give you unlimited access to more than 100 games for a monthly fee, of course. And this might sound familiar, but it's a little bit different, and we'll get into that.
It's a move by Microsoft, which has been lagging behind Sony this console generation, to try and monetize its library. And it comes as the concept of games as a service is getting traction with some gamers who don't seem to be buying the concept of basically renting a game, playing it, and moving on. It's a similar concept to services like Netflix and Spotify in the movie and music industries.
Okay, but before we ponder any more about what this means for the video game industry, although there's a lot to ponder there, let's dig into the actual announcement of the service first. Xbox head Phil Spencer posted today on the official website that the new service will come later this spring. Gamers will have unlimited access to over 100 Xbox One and backward-compatible Xbox 360 games for $9.99 per month. And you'll be able to play those games for as long as the title is available on the service. So, like Netflix, they'll roll titles out and roll new titles in.
Yep. So what's included in that 100 games? Microsoft didn't release a complete list, but they did show an array of games in the blog post. The folks at GameSpot compiled a list of stuff that's been confirmed so far, and that includes Fable 3, Gears of War Ultimate Edition, Halo 5 Guardians, Lego Batman, Mad Max, Mega Man Legacy Collection, NBA 2K16, Payday 2, Saints Row 4 Re-Elected, Soul Calibur 2, and Tekken Tag Tournament 2.
So yeah, not a lot of super brand new AAA releases, but it's not really intended for the kind of AAA new release gamer. It's intended for the kind of gamer who just wants to like play something.
Yeah, something they heard about and they missed.
Right. After announcing the service, Spencer went on to describe how it will work. You'll be able to download the full games directly on your Xbox One, which means that unlike other services, like for example, PlayStation Now, there's no need to worry about streaming, bandwidth, or connectivity issues or anything like that. It will actually be on your hard drive and then you can play it. As the months go by, new games will cycle into the catalog, others will cycle out regularly.
In addition, if you want to buy an Xbox One game in the catalog, you can get a discount on it. Microsoft didn't say how much, but it's been reported in the past that subscribers will get a 20% discount on purchasing a game and 10% off all related add-ons.
So it's basically like, oh, this game you were playing, it's gone now. Would you like to buy it?
Make you an offer you can't refuse. Also, Xbox Live Gold is not required to play Xbox Game Pass, but you'll still need a gold membership to play multiplayer in those games. Getting a little confusing now.
Yeah, it does seem a little bit odd. It's not an add-on like a Gold Plus.
Right. That
they're two totally separate things, but to get the most out of them, we'll need both anyway.
Yeah, again, maybe targeting like the more casual game.
Yeah, because it's true that not everyone has Gold or cares about the multiplayer aspects of those games. Spencer says that before the service rolls out later in the spring, Microsoft will be testing it with an alpha preview for members of the Xbox Insider program with a limited number of games. Meanwhile, Xbox Live Gold members will get access to the Xbox Game Pass service prior to its official launch.
Of course, this isn't the first service of its kind. We've seen services like this from Electronic Arts with EA Access and from Sony with PlayStation Now, but Xbox Game Pass has some significant differences from the other two that we'll get into.
Right, so how does it stack up to PlayStation Now? Well, for one, this new service will be a little bit cheaper. It's $10 a month compared to $20 a month for PlayStation Now, and unlike PlayStation Now, which is streaming-based, Xbox lets you download games to your console.
Meanwhile, the Xbox service is more expensive than EA Access, which is currently $4.99 a month. Like Xbox Game Pass, EA Access lets you download and play full games, but EA Access games are available on Xbox One and PC, and EA Access also gives you previews of some new EA games before they're released. For example, subscribers will be able to play 10 hours of Mass Effect Andromeda on March 16th.
Honestly, that one thing alone might be enough for me to go ahead and drop $5.
Never wanted EA Access until now.
Right, exactly.
They critical hit me.
That's what they're hoping, yeah. But ultimately, Microsoft will have a much bigger back catalog to draw on compared to EA because they're going to be able to lean on a whole bunch of publishers. As for what kinds of games will be on the service, Microsoft says it will have a number of genres, including action, adventure, shooter, puzzle, strategy, and RPGs. Basically, they're trying to hit everybody.
Everything. Sadly for PC gamers, this service will only be available on Xbox, but with Microsoft's efforts to blur the lines between PC and Xbox, it wouldn't be surprised if the service made its way to PC soon.
Yeah, although I can understand them being wary of PC gamers because PC gamers tend to be much better at gaming the system than console gamers. So why is Microsoft doing this though? Why would they get you to stop buying games? Well, For one, the Xbox One not doing so hot this generation. I mean, it's been consistently selling behind the generation leader, the PlayStation 4, and there are signs that this could be the last generational console for Microsoft. Not the last console, but the last generation. Oddly, still outselling where the 360 was at this point in its life cycle. It's just the PS4 is selling so crazy that it looks bad in comparison.
Well, and there's a gravity to that, and the more they sell, the more they sell.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you get that ball rolling, and you just Katamari that shit.
Yeah, we all know about that. As Xbox marketing head Aaron Greenberg told Engadget a while back when talking about the upcoming Project Scorpio console, we're basically saying this isn't a new generation. Everything you have continues forward and it works. We think of this as a family of devices.
So as Microsoft moves to a future where console generations don't exactly exist anymore, this does feel like an effort from them to create value from the library of exclusives and third-party titles as well that you can keep playing across platforms, so that instead of you getting a new generation of consoles and now suddenly like all that old generation is useless to you, you actually still get something out of them, which is awesome because, for example, like Catherine became backwards compatible. I downloaded it. I didn't hit it when it was on the 360. I really like it. Weird as hell.
Weird as hell.
Super weird. And honestly, like if you're the type of gamer who plays 3 to 4 games a year, which if you're watching this, you might not be because we all tend to play a lot more games, but it's important to note that that's not every consumer, then this service will probably be worth it to that more casual gamer. After all, you buy a system, you pay your $10 a month, and you've got instant library. But ultimately, it will depend on if the games offered will be worth it for gamers to take the plunge.
On the other hand, this is one more thing that's going to cost you money every month. After PS Plus and Xbox Gold, not to mention services like Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, Spotify, is there a risk of exhausting consumers with yet another monthly subscription service? Time will tell.
It still costs less than cable.
Hey, what about that Rooster Teeth First membership?
Yeah, because that's your first priority, right? What do you guys think of the new Xbox service? Is it something that you would be interested in subscribing to, or are there just too many damn things that you're already subscribed to, and Rooster Teeth First comes first?
For all your news on games, whether or not they require a monthly fee, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the Know family of devices.
Yeah, so not so much generation. I wonder what they're going to start calling them instead then. I guess Xbox One was a hint.
Maybe they'll continue naming them after Bond villains. Project Moonraker. Pussy Galore.
Project Gold member. Wait.